Welcome back to ItsMii Unlocked. It's your girl, Jasmine.
And I'm the man with the buttery voice, the number one choice to keep all the ladies moist, DJ Justifax. And here we have Elōdie Lee here today.
One of ItsMii's very first ambassadors. So we're super excited to have you on finally.
Thank you.
So, tell us a little bit about yourself.
It always seems to be a loaded question.
Very. Unload, please.
Well, I guess I can give a rundown of my kind of history being in this industry. So, what inspired me to start doing porn is kind of funny, actually. Are you familiar with Leonard Nimoy?
I'm actually not.
Okay.
Yeah. He's from Star Trek.
Yeah, most famously known for his role as Spock in Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay, I have
the
not
original
seen Star
series.
Trek that
Yeah.
often. I'm out of the loop there. Don't kill me, Star Trek fans.
Well, I kind of knew from a really young age that I wanted to be some type of actor or model. And it's just something that I kind of worked towards for a really long time, and then kind of gave up on that passion after a little while. And then I saw Leonard Nimoy's art nude photo albums. And I looked at it and I said, that's it. That's what I want. That's what I'm going to do.
How old were you at this point?
How old was I?
Yeah.
I had just turned 18.
Okay.
And then I started doing Pornhub in my bedroom.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like solo content you started out with?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I quickly got like 13,000 video views and like 1.5 thousand subscribers with like 3 videos, and I was like 18 and like I didn't know what to do with any of this, and I just got overwhelmed and I kind of stopped for a little while.
Okay.
And then I think about a year later I started my OnlyFans. About 2 years before everyone else.
Yeah.
Ahead of the curve. That's good.
Yeah.
Foresight.
I remember one of my friends who is also in the industry, she mentioned it to me years ago, like this site where she can like sell all kinds of content, and I was like, wait, I don't have to use Snapchat anymore?
Snapchat can be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah.
I am a very organized person.
Yeah.
I like to, I keep notes about like login information, what to say to producers, what my rates are with like detailed examples or whatever.
That's good. That type of like being that way in this industry is what makes a model go far. In my opinion, from what I've seen, and I work with a lot of like the top girls right now, so and they're very much like that.
Yeah.
What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aries.
Oh, that's why. Aries are organized and go-getters.
I'm a
A-type.
super Aries.
Okay.
So my entire astrological chart is full of Aries.
Oh my God.
I think it's my
ball of fire.
Saturn, my Jupiter, and 2 of my houses are not Aries. Everything else is Aries.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You're strong.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Very strong-headed.
The ram. You're the ram. But you're going to get it done, though. That's what's good.
Yes.
You being a dominatrix, now that all makes sense.
Yeah.
With those Aries placements.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
like ruled by Mars. That's like the planet of war. And toppling over things, so yeah.
That must be why I always want to fight someone.
You know what? It's hard. I have an Aries moon, and you got to channel that. You have to find a way to channel it. You obviously have a great way, being a dominatrix.
Yep.
It's a perfectly
It's
safe
a wonderful,
and healthy way to do it. Yeah,
it's a wonderful outlet.
smart.
Now, I saw a video of you kicking a guy in the nuts.
Which one?
Oh, is there multiple? There's multiple videos of you kicking guys in the nuts?
Oh
man. So that's So in the dominatrix
signature.
Yeah, is that your signature? Is that one of your signature moves? Okay.
Yeah, I do a lot of ball busting.
That's what that's called. Okay.
Yeah. CBT as well.
CBT.
Cock and ball torture.
Ouch. Okay.
Can you break the balls? Is it possible to break them?
Yes, you can pop a ball.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit! Has that happened?
Not with me, no.
Okay.
Because I know what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay. There's a science to it.
Yeah.
Do you have that up? Do you teach?
No.
How to bust balls.
I have thought about capitalizing on it.
Yeah, you should. Because this is something I didn't know. That's why I'm like, can you break a ball?
This.
Because they're soft. I don't know. It looks like a pillow. I don't know.
Yeah. You need to touch them. It's excruciating.
Yeah. If you bust a guy's balls in the wrong way, like, you can make him sterile.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is definitely, like, yes, it's a lot of fun, and, like, if it's something that you're into, you should do it, but also you should definitely do your research and make sure that you're doing the right thing.
That's right.
In the right way.
Keep those balls safe. Torture them enough, but keep them safe at the same time.
Exactly. There's this cool pinball machine at my favorite barcade, and it's a Doctor Who pinball machine. And I have the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place records.
You're the pinball wizard, like Tommy. That might be reference too old.
Whoop.
It was the first rock opera. I apologize.
Okay.
Tommy was the first rock opera. And
I don't know what this is either.
It was an amazing record. It was about a pinball wizard.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's one of the
rock
greatest
operas.
albums ever written.
I like rock operas.
Yeah. But so that's the reference. I'm an old man, I guess. So tell me the.
Oh, I wanted to mention.
Go ahead.
Because we were talking about cock and ball torture.
Yes.
On this pinball.
Stay on that.
On this pinball machine, the initials that I put in, because like my initials, like my actual initials, spell out bro. And I'm not just going to put bro on a pinball machine. Come on. So I put CBT for cock and ball torture.
All right. That's right. That's you.
Yep.
You got to own it. But so tell me the correlation between the pain and arousal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
So I'm a sadist.
Sadomasochist, right?
No.
Not necessarily. That's different.
Masochism, you enjoy the pain. Sadism, you enjoy inflicting the pain.
Oh, okay.
A sadomasochist is someone who enjoys both. I am just a sadist.
You just like giving it up.
You don't want any pain inflicted on you.
Yeah.
You're not going to be hanging from anybody's ceiling with I see people with needles in them hanging from them.
Yikes.
No suspension. Suspension.
It gives me anxiety too. So.
Just thinking about suspension, it gives me anxiety.
Would you do that to somebody, or would that be a hard limit?
That's a hard limit.
Okay.
I don't do any type of when it comes to when I have these sessions or when I'm filming dominatrix content, I oftentimes don't even penetrate whoever I'm dominating. But I most definitely will not cause any flesh tears or cuts or anything like that, because I do wrestle as well. And I do have guys that buy sessions for me just to wrestle with me, and sometimes
with
what
clothes?
is this? What does this entail of? Is this aggressive?
They just want me to put them in wrestling holds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So. Sometimes I have this one client who comes back often, and I have to prepare myself have 2 days afterwards and 2 days before, or a day before that I don't have anything to do, so that I can be ready for, because we fight, fight. We don't there's no faces are off limits, but I get to take out my aggression, and I get paid for it.
Nice.
Oh, so you get to you could punch them.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So could you scratch?
I won't do that.
Okay.
I won't do that. I won't do that. I fight like a
You're
woman.
a real fighter. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're like, I'm skilled in this now.
Yeah. I actually have a lot of experience in martial arts.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I started off when I was 7 in Wing Chun Kung Fu. I quickly got my black sash and became a junior instructor for 2 years.
Beautiful.
I did Taekwondo at a young age as well because that helps with self-discipline. I got my 2nd degree black belt in Taekwondo.
Oh, yeah.
I've done Krav Maga.
That's a cool one.
Was in kickboxing for 4 years. I took a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. And I took 4 street fighting classes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you fuck some of these guys up then, for sure.
Oh, yeah. And they love it. And I love it. And I love it. I love my job.
I didn't know that. This is something. Do you record these sessions?
No. So
Okay.
a session is not recorded. Otherwise, it is. Like in my book, I consider like if there's a camera involved, it's a booking. If there's no camera involved, it's a session.
Yeah.
So they're like different categories in my head.
Yeah.
So sessions are just guys that like my content.
Yeah.
And they want to like be a part of something, but they don't want it on camera or stuff like that.
Do you ever dominate women?
Oh, yeah.
You do.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to ask that question.
Yeah. I was
Last
curious.
night I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some wrestling too, apparently.
Yeah, I'm all bruised up, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure you won,
Those
though.
rules didn't apply, huh? You were just like, okay, we're just going to wing this tonight. Okay. So do you prefer men or women, or is it equally fun?
I
for
prefer women. Like, the types of relationships I have with men are very, like, control-based.
both? Okay.
Very, like, you give me something, that's why I hold on to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind
that
of
makes sense.
relationships. I'm not really capable of having a romantic relationship with a man. Guys are hot sometimes. But you know what? I think guys are the ones that should wear makeup.
I like that idea, Jesse.
Hey, look, I'm not gonna argue.
Well,
that men
hurt you.
Well, okay, listen.
men are putrid compared to women. Women are the greatest piece of art that I've ever seen.
If you have a beard, you get an automatic pass. Because a beard is like man's makeup.
Okay.
But if
Perfect. I'll take it.
I like that.
Yeah, but if you don't have a beard, I don't want to look at your weird chin and like you still ugly. Like at least a little bit of foundation, some concealer, like mascara at least.
Do you ever do that to some of your subs? Do you like do little makeup on them?
Nice.
I do. I do a lot of like.
Oh my god, I love that.
Like sissy makeup stuff.
Oh my
yeah.
god, I love that.
I actually, crazy enough, it's something that is requested a lot for me, like POV video style.
Okay.
Of me just like pretending to do makeup on the camera or to the camera, and it's like POV, like I'm doing the customer's makeup.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's something I haven't heard of before. That's very weird. Do they say why they want that? Because they're just sitting there. Or you're saying stuff to them too, probably calling them
You little sissy
shut up
boy.
and let me put this lipstick on your
Yeah. One of my favorite solo things to film is any like foot stuff. One of my favorite things to do is like mention like, oh, I've been wearing these socks for so long, and like take them off and then like say open.
Oh, you make him eat the sock?
Open, you know.
Oh, no.
And then I like put the sock like right behind the camera, so you know. But
That's hilarious.
I really like to film. Well, I just really like feet. Feet are great. My feet are great.
Okay, I was gonna say.
My
So
feet
do you
are
like other feet, or you're like no?
No. I like when people like my feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: so with the foot fetish, do you penetrate with toes or anything like
I
that?
never have, but I definitely do put all 5 in a mouth at once. One of my favorite things to do is to take my 2 big toes and like hook like this,
Oh shoot!
and then say yes, mistress. I can't hear you.
That's right. That's empowering.
I love that.
And is that kind of the driving force behind the dominatrix world? Is it like, hey, look, I'm in control. I'm running this show.
It's definitely control based for sure.
Okay.
I also just have a lot of fun. Like I'm a top, and that's just how it is. But like I'm a loud top.
That's right.
Do you ever like say like in personal relationships? Could you ever be more like submissive or a little bit more like even keel?
I think even is definitely something I can do. I don't think I can ever be submissive though. It's just not.
That's not an Aries thing. That's what I was gonna say.
You're like,
she's a boss.
Yeah.
You just get all uncomfortable. No, I can't.
Like you don't tell me, I tell you.
Yeah.
What'd you call me, bitch?
It's not a character. This is real life.
That's cool.
Yeah.
This isn't acting, folks. But I know we're saying like your Aries energy is why you're in this, but is there like a bigger story behind why you chose to be a dominatrix? I know you said you saw the magazine, so you wanted to do porn, but is there like a...
I actually used to be submissive. I was in a really unhealthy relationship for about 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Married and divorced by the time I was 20.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
Back and forth between Oklahoma and Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I married this army man the day I turned 18.
Dated a few of those. A little scary.
Yeah, and then he went to Germany, and he was a combat medic, and then he had access to all of the meds and decided that he would get addicted to Percocets, and then he came back and like, long story short, to summarize it, like I ended up being locked in the house for 6 months at one point.
Oh my God.
I wasn't allowed to have a phone. I wasn't allowed to talk to my roommates sometimes. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was
really
sounds
bad.
Like R. Kelly.
Yeah, sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds scary.
Oh.
And then towards the end, it did get physically abusive as well.
Oh wow. So this is kind of like a way of you taking back your power.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
And like I look back on like the relationship that I had with this man, and I think that this is also probably why I can't be romantically attracted to men anymore. But also, like, I look back on those moments and try to, recall how I felt being submissive, and it comes back to me, and I'm just like, why would I ever let someone do that to me? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially when somebody breaks that level of trust, because when you are saying being that vulnerable, especially when it's not a natural thing for you to do, and you're like, I love you enough, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
And then they take advantage. That's like enough to make anybody run for the hills and be like, no, we're not doing that again. Well, I'm glad to hear you got out of that and you're taking your power back. Oh, well.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, my nail got caught on my hair and pulled a bunch out.
Well, you got your power back though. That's good, and you're you're exercising your right to be in control. That's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah, so, I like being in control. I also like to think that I'm kind of. I like to say I'm a good. Oh my God. I like to say I'm a good person, and I think that like it takes a good person to have that much or
power.
Let someone have that much power and let someone have that much trust in you.
Yeah.
And so like I think that that makes me a good dom, because not only have I been a sub before, but I had a bad dom, and now like I know like the right things to do, the wrong things to do. Yeah. I lost my train of thought.
You want to make sure that nobody feels the way you felt.
Yeah.
When you were in that position. It's important for you. So you make sure boundaries are clear, safe words are clear. You make sure you follow the right protocol or whatever, for whatever you're doing. No, that's good. I never thought about that. I think, that does make a really great dom when you have been a sub before, when you've seen that other side, because then you can have empathy.
I don't think that, and this may be a slightly controversial opinion, but I don't think that you can be a dom good or bad without knowing what it's like to be submissive.
Yeah.
And you know what not to do because you had,
Yeah.
that clown. I got you. So what are your next projects? What do you got cooking right now? What do you got in the works?
Nothing super big, really. I think the regular stuff. There is a really cool possibility of a job I might have in Vegas.
Okay.
It's gonna pay like $3,000.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And it's just two scenes and a solo scene. And it's a girl, which is like.
You prefer that? You definitely prefer a girl.
Oh yeah.
And with the girl, do you ever find yourself becoming submissive with the girl, or are you always cracking that whip?
Yeah, always.
That's right. You know what you want.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You want the key to these cuffs? Beg louder.
That's right. So let me ask you this. We talked a little bit before we started, and I said that your name almost sounded like corn in Spanish, right? Elōdie.
Yeah.
And so now tell me, I understand you do food play. Tell me a little bit about food play, because that's a corn. So I was like, when I heard that, I said, Elōdie, okay. She gets down with corn. Like that's what I was thinking. But
I've never done corn, but
okay. What have you done?
I basically just like get naked and eat something really greasy.
Oh, okay.
Like something big, like 2 double cheeseburgers or like a whole pizza.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the guys, they pay for that. They pay to watch you eat.
Oh yeah. Almost as much as
you track the feeders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost as much as feet guys.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's Middle America, maybe.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
But you don't do any penetration, so you don't have a cucumber.
No.
And then I got you.
In the past, I have been or used a carrot to fuck a girl.
Okay.
A carrot.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was
Those are long. Well, they can be a little sharp.
It could be a little sharp, yeah.
Oh, well, that's why you like break off the
tip. You broke. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we filmed content together, and it was a like buddy pet play video.
Oh,
so
did you make her eat the carrot? You made her eat the carrot after you.
Eat the carrot.
Hey, she's got to listen to you. That's her job as a submissive.
And then I had her get on her knees on the ground as I like poured a whole glass of milk in her mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so crazy how big it's such a big niche. Like you wouldn't think that, but I just remember even working in bars, and there was a couple bartenders I worked with that were, we all bonded. I found out they were feeders, and they like to watch women eat. And a couple of people would come in my bar, and they would get excited watching like certain people eat food, and I would be like, oh. I was like, okay, this is when I was younger. And I was like, I didn't know this was a thing. Like,
yeah.
Shit. I'm like,
there's so many things that are sexually stimulating. Like what is your number one sexual stimulant? Like, is it stepping on somebody? Is it kicking a dude in the nuts? Please don't say that one. But is it for mankind?
I haven't thought about that in a while, actually. Like what my favorite or like what the most stimulating is. I would say maybe. It's either between the feet and the food, honestly.
Really?
But I think they both stimulate me equally.
Nice. Yeah. Would you ever have a guy feed you food, or is that too submissive?
I think under the right circumstances, I could be fed.
Yeah, you can be.
Well, I don't know.
Of a queen kind of laying back, and somebody's like just sit. Yes.
Okay.
That's real.
I had to ask.
Because we're a queenish ship, so yeah.
Okay, so what do your fans? So you're on ItsMii, which is a new site, and you're an ambassador. And so what do your ItsMii fans need to know about you? What kind of things should they expect from you?
I'm very responsive.
So send her messages, fellas.
Yeah,
send her
messages.
messages.
Send me messages. Find me on social media if you want to buy something. And then, no matter how weird it is, I promise you I've had weirder. So, bring it on.
What else? What else do you need to know about Miss Lee?
I am very, very, very flexible. I can fold myself in half backwards and put both of my feet behind my head.
Contortionist?
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow. Is that natural?
No.
Like, oh, okay. You taught yourself to do that. How long did it take?
Oh, I thought you meant like,
are you one of just those double jointed people?
I am. Yeah, it is natural for my body. I thought you meant like, is that natural just like in general?
Oh,
like,
no.
No,
because I know I can't do that.
Definitely not most people.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I try to be as consistent as possible with the type of content that I create. So any content that I am going to be posting is going to be solo most of the time, unless I am doing a content trade with another model and we both, have the video or whatever. But with all of the paperwork that's required now to have like a co-star
it's a pain in the ass
on fan platforms, it is a pain in the ass, and like you need like 2257s.
Explain that to the audience.
Okay, so it's just like a co-model agreement, essentially saying like the person is confirming that they are over the age of 18 and of sound mind and
consent. It's kind of a consent thing.
Yeah, it's consent, and it's also like, yes, I'm an adult. When there was that huge sweep of everything getting taken off of Pornhub, it was because a lot of it was revenge porn and a lot of it wasn't. There's rumors that a lot of it was underage, and because Pornhub wasn't asking for these documents. And it is a pain in the ass that now for everything you do have to have these documents. However, I still think it's a good thing. I am just not going to do it. Yeah.
Well, quick question. If you did want to do it, who would be like your dream person to work with that's in the industry?
I can't pick.
Okay, name your top 3 then, or something like that.
Okay, well, I really, 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 really want to work with Kinsey Reeves. Yeah.
I just met her not too long ago.
Oh my gosh.
Jasmine knows everybody.
I was just with her in Texas not too long ago.
I'm starstruck. You know what? Actually, I think Kinsey Reeves is my top.
She's your top?
She would be it? Okay,
no, I'll
Kinsey.
be her top. What's up,
You would be her top. You would be her top.
Kinsey?
Kenzie, you're in trouble.
Shout her out. We might be able to make this happen. I might.
Kenzie, you're about to get whipped.
She might be dope. She's as cute as can be, and she's a fun girl. So yeah, maybe we can make that happen. What about it? Do you have out of the industry? Is there like a dream person that you would like to make content with that's not in our industry? Like somebody famous.
Oh, okay. I'm like going through like all my friends, and I'm like, no, not really. But
like Channing Tatum?
Oh, no. Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Cyrus.
You know what? She's pretty open. I would say shoot your shot right now.
Miley and Kenzie. Miley and Kenzie, 3-way. You're getting stepped on.
She might be down. You never know. I also want to know
if there was anybody in this world that I would let top me, it would be Miley Cyrus.
I think she would. You know what? She's a very like open. Even when she married that dude, I was like, he's a handsome dude, but I was like, this is not going to work. She's a Sagittarius. He's a Capricorn. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. He's going to try to control her and calm her down. And you just can't do that to the Sag. They're a ball of fire. You got to let them roll.
Well, her entire Bangers album was about him and his abuse. And, his cheating.
Mm-hmm. And he's controlling and wanted her to behave a certain way and not embarrass him. And she's just, when she got out of that relationship, she got a little wild. And I was like, there's my girl. That's who she is.
Yeah.
She's breaking free.
Yeah, she's a wrecking ball, I heard.
Yeah. I love that song, by the way.
I was so confused when people like lost their shit about it. I was like, what are you talking? Have y'all not seen a single Beyonce or Rihanna video?
Yeah.
What is your issue?
I think it's because too, like, they give Disney stars. They can't let go that she's not a child. Mm-hmm. She's grown. So,
like, I mean,
she wants to take her clothes out, she can.
She pole danced on top of an ice cream truck at the Teen Choice Awards. Was it the Kids' Choice Awards or the Teen Choice Awards? Either way.
Either way, yeah.
At that point, you should realize, like, oh, she doesn't want to be here or be a part of this, and, like, this isn't actually who she, or that's not actually who she is, you know, like, that's a character on a TV show.
Yeah. 100%. People can't seem to separate the two. I know, especially with people who are child stars, unfortunately.
I've been worshiping her since before Hannah Montana came out. Like,
oh, really?
I remember seeing the previews for Hannah Montana when I was a kid. Before it started airing on Disney, I saw previews and, like, commercials for it. And I was, like, hyped. Like, I can't wait for this show. I can't wait for this show. I can't wait for this show. And then it came on 1 hour after my bedtime. So I would pretend to go to sleep. And then I would turn my TV on, turn on, automatic captions. And, like,
smart.
And then put the volume down at, like, 4.
I don't think we had that on my TV when I was your age, when I was, like, that young.
The closed caption.
But that's smart to do.
So my good friend, I met Miley Cyrus back then in the Hannah Montana world, and I had no idea who it was. My good friend played the keyboards. He was the keyboard player on that show, on the Hannah Montana show. Okay. His name's Alphonse. He's a great singer, very, very talented piano, bass player, singer. And he would play, and so she had come to a Boys and Girls Club event. And I told my little sister later, my little sister's 17 years younger than me. And I told her later, I said, this girl, Montana, came through and all the kids were crazy about her, right? And she said, she didn't talk to me for a week. She said, Hannah Montana was there? And because she was a huge fan. I mean, she's 22 now. So she's about your age. And she didn't talk to me. I told you, didn't talk to me for a week because of Hannah Montana.
I would have talked to you for a month.
Yeah.
So funny.
I would have been like, dude, you didn't tell me?
Yeah. She was 10 minutes away, and she could have come and met her.
10 minutes away?
Yeah, she was 10 minutes.
How could you?
Yeah, I blew it. I didn't know, though. I had no idea what she would become at that point.
Right.
You know?
I was Hannah Montana like 4 years in a row for Halloween.
Nice.
My natural hair color is blonde and it's very long, and so like I didn't even need a wig. I just like my natural hair like went as Hannah Montana.
Could you ever do a video where you're Hannah Montana role playing and getting down?
Hilarious.
I think that would go viral. I think.
I recently did a video where I am cosplaying as a Klingon, and I'm speaking Klingon the entire time.
You know how to speak Klingon?
Wait, what? I'm sorry. What is
Klingon?
This?
Is a language. So Worf from Star Trek.
Okay, I'm so out of loop in this.
Yeah. So
ridges.
Yeah.
Oh.
That species. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was.
So
the
you know
language.
how to. So they created
a whole language. It's
language?
real.
Yeah, there's a whole language.
It's real.
I can speak like a little bit like here and there.
Okay, can I hear some of it? Say something.
Can you say eat my feet? Can you say eat my feet in Klingon?
I'm on the spot now.
I have to hear this because I don't know what it sounds like, so I really need to hear that.
You're gonna love it, Jazz. Just say.
I'm sorry, I'm on the spot. I can't do it now.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at you. Just act like we're not here.
I can submit a video.
Okay.
She's not doing it for free. She's not doing it for free. Come on, the Klingon is the real deal.
I think you're gonna have to go to ItsMii.com. Let's make a video and put it on there.
Okay.
Make it a private video.
Say eat my feet.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to after this. I'm gonna have to Google this so I can see what it sounds like because I'm super curious. So out of the loop. I know this is like a big thing. I've never really watched Star Trek or Star Wars, which is really...
You're still young, though. You kind of missed all that. You missed all that. The Jean-Blue Picard and all that good stuff.
My babysitter used to watch that shit. I just never sat with them and watched it. I was more into, like, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. I was like...
I was always more into, like, the sci-fi...
the sci-fi stuff.
Yeah, the sci-fi stuff. Fantasy.
I was into musicals.
I was so into musicals.
I was like tap dancing.
I learned to tap dance, yeah. I was in tap and ballet when I was like 5, and then immediately quit ballet and pursued tap.
Tap's awesome.
Because tap's funner, and when you have a lot of Aries placements, energy wise, like
the names they have for the moves are so cool.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Like my favorite one is it's a very simple one. It's just something you learn like very, very early on. They call it like squash the bug, and you just like tap your back heel, your front toes, your back, and then you step forward and you like twist your foot with your toes down.
I don't even remember having these cool names, but I don't think my musical class did that. They were just like ball change. Like, I don't think we got to do anything.
Maybe it was just my instructor.
Yeah, you had a cool instructor. I don't think mine was that cool. Or I probably would have kept doing it. I only did it for about a year. So I do have another question for you. Mm-hmm. So if somebody is looking to be your sub, like, what do you look for? Especially as a continuing, like, sub.
Okay. Well, if it's to be like a romantic partner as a sub, I kind of just want someone that I can like carry a conversation with, and someone who doesn't raise a million red flags, and just someone who is kind-hearted, but they also got to be a little bit crazy.
But how do you get into it? How do you start getting into that fetish, the dominatrix fetish, and then how do you do it right? How do you make sure that you don't become too controlling? You don't do it overboard.
I think my history serves me well in that sense, because I have been the one overly controlled. So I guess like I kind of like know what to look for, and like if I feel like I'm getting a little out of hand, then I can stop myself. But I personally haven't ever really experienced that.
Okay.
I think I always do a pretty good job of like being safe.
And so you have to take into consideration your sub. You have to take into consideration what their tolerance level is, and what they will, where their boundaries are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you have that conversation beforehand, or you just push the envelope?
Always beforehand. Boundaries, safe words, those are always something that need to be discussed very early on. What's
the funniest safe word that you've had?
I had a session with this guy once, and he was so insistent that his safe word was Maya Angelou.
Nice. She's a great poet.
A long one, though.
She's a great poet.
No. You want it to be long because you want to make sure that you're hearing the safe word.
Okay.
That's why a lot of people use a word and a number.
This sounds very like 50 Shades of Grey. I don't know if you've ever seen that, when he slides the contract over. Do you have anything like that you like draw up and then you're like, sign it?
I do actually have my clients sign a waiver.
Okay, all right.
And I also have them do a background check before I meet up with them. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, this is very 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, yeah. I like this.
Yeah.
I mean, that scene was kind of hot to me. He was very professional.
You got a
little business in there. They're serious. Yeah. And they didn't come to play, so that's it's going to be a turn on as the sub.
Yeah, because there's limits. There's limits, and there's the boundaries are set forward, and they know what they're getting into. Mm-hmm. I think that's fair. I think that's a very fair way to approach it. Now, have you done threesomes where you're dominating two people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me about that. What's the protocol for that?
Just like a lot of trains.
Okay.
Or like circles, or like mouth to body to mouth to body to mouth to body.
Is this usually like couples that you get, or can it be just
both.
like both?
Yeah. I would say I'm a unicorn for sure. I am polyamorous.
Tell me what that means.
So I am capable of having equal romantic feelings for more than one partner.
Okay. Oh,
at
okay.
the same time. To put it most simply.
I love when I hear women say that, because I feel like I watch TV. I watch a lot of reality TV, and you only really see it from the male perspective, and I really want to see a woman who's the head with the other partners, whether they're all men, all women, men, and whatever, but. It's always like a man, and then he's got a bunch of women, and they're not supposed to interact with each other. And I'm just like, come on. I'm like, this is so lame. Like,
that's closer to polygamy than polyamory.
Oh, okay, so there's a little difference.
There is, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Because you're saying that it's love based. Like I'm allowed to love this person just as much as I love this other person. I think that's fair. I think that's a fair trade.
I can love them both in different ways for different reasons, but I can still be romantic with them both equally. So, or more.
And you have to disclose that, or you don't have to disclose that?
Anytime I last night was my first date with the girl that I.
You said it was a wild night. Maybe
it was a wild night, but
she likes some with a dash of crazy.
Yeah, she got the crazy.
I sure did. We discussed beforehand. Sorry, you got me thinking, and now I lost my train of thought. I started thinking about last night.
You better tell that story. You said you forgot a lot of it, but you recounted a little bit through her.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you girls do? You said you went to Sinister Club?
Bar Sinister.
Sinister.
One of the events that they hold.
Okay.
The club is called Boardners.
Okay.
And they're a very alternative goth club.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But wait, let's bring it back to that, because you had the discussion with her about having how do you say it, a polyamorous?
Oh yes. I'm that's where I was going with that. Thank you. Bringing it back. So even the first date, I make it very clear, I am polyamorous. If you're not okay with that, this isn't gonna work out.
So you cannot fuck with somebody jealous.
I can't fuck with jealousy.
There's none of that.
No.
So are you a jealous person? Are you okay with them loving somebody else?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are some things that I'll get jealous about. Oh, you said we would do that together.
When you say it like that, though, that's cute. I'd be like, okay, that's cute jealousy, though.
Yeah, I'm not who are you with? Let me see your phone.
Yeah. Then it's like, oh my god. I'm gonna moonwalk out of here.
Yeah.
So she was down. So last night you went to that club, and she was down with the polyamorous.
She's polyamorous too. Yeah.
Okay, so awesome. Perfect first date. Date. You guys.
It was a perfect first date. Yeah. Minus the face plant.
Yeah, minus blacking out.
Yeah.
Well, you always know it's a good match too when you can have that type of fun.
Yeah, it's comfort level.
And then the next day, nobody's just you don't hear from the person, and you're like, damn, I was took it too far. It's no, it was cool, man. We had fun. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah. No,
it's gonna work.
I made pancakes for us this morning.
Okay.
Guys, even hungover, look at you. I'd have been ordering that shit in. I can't even think.
I wasn't nearly as hungover the first time I woke up. And that's how it always happens to me. I'll wake up, having only slept for 3-4 hours. And I think what it is I'm still kind of drunk.
Yeah.
And then I go to sleep some more. And then I wake up and I'm like,
Well, not only did you get wasted, though, you got a few cuts and abrasions.
Yeah.
So you're...
Why is this?
You were definitely still tipsy because if I would have woke up like that, nobody's getting pancakes. I'm going to the hospital. I'm hypochondriac. I'm like, roll me in there. I'd be like,
I've broken a lot of bones. I've had a lot of surgeries.
Oh wow.
So
from fighting or from fighting or from
both. Just like
love making?
No, I've never.
Oh my god.
Never broken a bone. Sustained an injury, yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah,
you need to know that one.
I've never got a sex injury. Not yet.
Like falling off a bed, or like and like twisting an ankle, or like hitting my head on like the side table or something.
Oh my gosh.
I get crazy in bed.
What are you hanging from something, or are you just doing backflips in the bed, or what?
Pretty much backflips. Yeah.
She just. Oh my god!
A back handspring.
See, you do need to do a tutorial. I need to. Ladies, one leg up, slam it down. I would pay to watch this. I would.
Those how-to videos are huge online right now.
Seriously. You can do PG one. You can do them with your clothes on and get them going on TikTok and and on ItsMii and all the platforms.
I've thought about putting some time into TikTok. I've made a few videos that would go pretty well on TikTok, but
it's complicated.
Yeah.
That's not in my age demographic.
I don't think it's in my age demographic, but I'm not.
I'm
not in the age demographic.
Yeah, it's very complicated. It's a complicated platform. The kids haven't figured out that.
It's the most complicated algorithm I've seen. So I don't and there's over 1 billion users on it, which is a lot of people.
Well, I think they also favor certain people, so whoever they favor, they do push traffic to. So there's always that. So they definitely do not favor sex workers. So there is that. Because I think I heard Riley talk about that.
When I was using TikTok, 80% of the videos that would show up on my For You page were sex worker related.
That's so crazy.
So they typecast you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I think they shut down. I think it was Riley Reid. I think she was, or was it? It might have been Mia Malkova. One of them said that their TikTok is PG, but they were shut down. And then I know even Fleshlight, I think they're shadow banned on TikTok as well.
Veronica Rodriguez got her shut down too.
Damn.
My girl.
Your girl. She's so funny. Imaginary girl.
Yeah, she's my Miley Cyrus.
We all have our imaginary.
I used to have a shrine, a Hannah Montana shrine.
What did that entail?
We gotta hook you up.
Life-size poster. It was a little bit bigger than life-size poster. Hung above the head of my bed, and then next to my bed, I had a whole shelf of photos of her from concerts in picture frames, and I had a little incense thing, and my sage on this table, and that
sounds like my altar, girl. So this definitely is a shrine.
A for real full-blown shrine.
Oh my
you
God.
gotta do a video.
You used to pray to it?
Every single morning, I would stand up on my bed on my tippy toes and kiss the poster.
Oh,
no way! You gotta do a Miley Cyrus simulating video. You gotta be dressed up as Miley Cyrus and do it. And if you can tag her, you never know how those algorithms work. And then if she sees it, then you're in there like swimwear.
Yeah.
I missed. Yeah. And they're like swimwear. I like that.
So Miley Cyrus, get your safe word ready.
I know she said she would let Miley's the one girl that she would be down to being the sub for. She's open to it.
Well, her
she's
safe
word, so she's gonna give you. She's gonna be able to be a good mom.
Yeah, her safe word might be Maya Angelou. But see, what I just want to say something because I love Maya Angelou. I'm a published poet myself.
That's amazing.
Maya Angelou.
I write a lot of poetry myself.
Oh, right on.
Nothing published. I'm too nervous for that, but yeah.
It's easy online. You could do it. It's pretty easy, but
I just don't want it out there for the public.
Yeah, well,
I get that. I would be the same.
Yeah, but Maya Angelou didn't speak for the first half of her life. Mm-hmm. You know a little bit about her history because she was molested, and she just wrote, and that's kind of how she harnessed her feelings and was able to articulate to herself and make sense of her molestation. And so She's an interesting character, but she's very powerful, very inspiring. One of the greatest poets that's ever existed. So it's interesting that your guy friend said, "Hey, Maya Angelou," because she had that that similar experience.
Yeah, that is an interesting name to just choose. That's very interesting.
But also, like, it's gonna get your attention.
Oh, yeah. I would be like, huh?
Like, going from yes, mistress, Maya Angelou.
Maybe because of why the cage bird sings. He was like, okay, I'm singing now.
Oh, my God, I cannot deal. She's going to love these references. That's fucking hilarious.
Okay, here, let me ask one other question. I've been, because Jasmine, okay, one thing you may or may not know about her is she likes to penetrate men, right? Okay. So do you do that? Do you get into that?
Yeah. But that's with, like, personal sexual partners or for, like, filming content. Like I said, with sessions, like, I won't do, like, it's closed male, closed female. At most, like, I will let a man get down into his boxers.
Okay, so you keep it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is how I get away with it still being legal. Because we're not performing any sexual acts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the loophole.
Yeah.
Okay. But doesn't the man want to, ejaculate?
They do sometimes.
But she's the dom. She says.
I know. Do you let him do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're paying me $200 an hour. You might as well get your nut.
You gotta get that. Yeah. That wouldn't be fair. You kick him in the nuts and then don't let him get those off, huh?
Yeah. Oh wow. There was someone I filmed with recently. He goes by Beast.
Yikes.
Yeah.
He sounds intimidating.
He's such a sub.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, that's an interesting name to choose.
Yeah, that's kind of oxymoron.
So his dom, her name is Starry. So they have like Starry and Beast Productions or whatever.
Okay.
And I met them through Instagram, and now we're friends. However, when I filmed, so like their whole thing is that like she like rents him out. For the videos, she like rents him out to other girls who come in to like dom him. Usually, all of the other girls have never had experience as a dom, but.
So she's a coach. She's kind of like a coach.
Yeah, she's there to be like So when they hired me, it was kind of different because I do have experience being a dom. So it wasn't her there like coaching me. It was just like kind of like taking turns and then like just letting me go full out. And it was mostly the whole thing was ballbusting.
So you tamed the beast, essentially.
Yes.
That's a very clever name. So she kind of like pimps him out a little bit then.
Good for her, madam.
I know, but I guess he's a sub. He's all down for it.
Yeah.
He has to. No, he has to, right? That's part of it. That's part of the thing. He has to listen to his mistress, right?
Well, I mean, as long as it's something that's within his boundaries, yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's got to consent.
Yeah. However, it's just for their content. They are in a closed relationship.
Okay.
So
gotcha.
it's special exemptions only.
Yeah. So it's only for work, and he's never nude during work at all. So he's like at most he'll get down to his boxers.
So he doesn't get a nut with that. He doesn't get a nut with that situation.
No.
Okay.
But each time I go into a ball busting session or a ball busting shoot, I start off very gentle because I've had guys tell me before like, give me your best, give me your worst. And I give him like half my worst, and then he never wants to see me again or something.
So you're like, they think they don't know you're an Aries. You gotta tell people I have a lot of Aries in my chart, so be careful what you ask for. Yeah. Okay.
So I gotta
start a little. Like you should lead with that. Like
yeah. So I gotta start in a little light, and I was. Starting off pretty light with Beast, and then his.
Yeah, but you know Taekwondo. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially with all those certifications. And you're a tap dancer and you're no, you're doing the June bug or whatever that was you said on their balls.
Yep.
Like, whatever you call that move.
Yeah, one of the clips we did, he laid down on the ground and I just like took like the heel of my boot and like on his balls. Yeah.
Ouch.
But like the more pain I inflicted, the harder he got. Yeah.
Good for him. I would have been
You'd have been
soft
in the
as a git. I would have been as soft as a git.
in the fetal position.
Talk about why.
He's like playing it up for the video too, like and then like the second we cut, he's like, cool, you good? And I'm like,
you were like, wow, he is a beast.
An
That's
actor.
why he has the name Beast.
Yeah.
Okay, now it makes sense.
He could take it.
Yeah.
But okay, so one of my favorite movies as a kid was Pulp Fiction.
oh
right?
my god, I love Pulp Fiction.
Right, Tarantino, great Italian, all great filmmakers are Italian for the most part. But there's a GIMP scene, and I saw that. I saw that when I was young, and I had no clue really about the GIMPs and their roles in the wall and all that stuff. Maybe you can enlighten me still. Okay, so what is a GIMP exactly? Taking applications. Miley Cyrus, you can be a GIMP.
No, I'll be your GIMP.
No, she's going to be Miley's GIMP.
Oh, okay. So tell me what a GIMP is exactly. What's the difference between a GIMP and a sub?
Okay, so a GIMP is like they get gratification out of how do I put this?
Pain?
Well, yes, but also like kind of like acts of service.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like if I were to have a GIMP, I would just like, use them as like a footrest and then like also have them clean my house.
Yeah, go get me some coffee. Go get me some coffee, GIMP.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Acts of service.
Yeah.
Hurry, GIMP.
I might need a GIMP. I'm taking.
Do they do massages? Can you give you a neck rub? Can you say, GIMP, give me a neck rub?
Oh, please.
Yeah, that's acts of service.
Yes.
I think that's what I would have a GIMP for specifically.
Coffee.
Give me a coffee.
My drink.
Rub my neck.
Yeah. and with the sub, it's more like pain and sexual stuff.
Well, pain is very subjective per situation.
True.
Pain is not a staple for these types of relationships.
Yeah.
For me, it is. But just a sub is someone that you have like a romantic relationship with 9 out of 10 times. And someone who you at least like see each other's faces.
Yeah.
And like
is there ever a situation where you don't see their face? Like, does anybody want to wear like a mask?
I've had sessions before where the guy shows up with a mask on. The first time I was like reaching for my taser. I was like,
oh my god, holy shit! And wait, how did that go the first time?
I was like, what's with the mask?
Was he talking with like a fake voice too? Like, okay.
It's for discretion.
And then I'm like turning on the switch and getting ready to push the button on my taser. I'm like, what's the mask for? He was like, oh my god. He's like, it's like a humiliation thing. And I was like, okay, got it.
But that's real though. The cosplay has exploded recently, right? So, what I saw, look, there's this girl called Talari Love, right?
Okay.
And she dresses up like one of the girls from, what's the show where they film it in Ireland? It's the big show. It was a huge show.
They film it in Ireland?
With the elves and the
dragons?
The dragons and all that stuff.
Oh, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones?
Yes,
I love that
Yes,
show.
so she dresses like the Game of Thrones one.
I've never seen that show, and I figured that out.
Yeah,
I know. Well, he said Ireland. It was filmed in Ireland.
I think it was filmed
all over.
Oh, well, maybe.
They were like in freaking Africa.
New Zealand, probably.
England, Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know they had done
Morocco,
some stuff in Ireland. But so she dresses like that girl from I don't even know the show, so I don't know what girl it is.
And they're not elves in the show.
Whatever she is, she's got the elf ears. But
there's the White Walkers.
He's talking about Lord of the Rings.
No. It's
El's is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
oh, maybe, but I think it's Game of Thrones though for some reason.
There are dragons in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
there are no dragons in
and White
Lord of the
Walkers.
Rings. There's a dragon in that.
Well, I apologize for not being hip, but she dresses like one of them, right? And her views are huge.
I'm going to assume you mean Game of Thrones because there aren't any like super well known elven women in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
No, I don't remember elves ever in Game of Thrones either.
Well, she has those ears on, and I think it is.
The White Walkers, I think, had pointy ears, though. Maybe
that's what it is, because she does have white hair in her videos. But Talari Love, anyways, she does that, and her views on that one specifically was astronomical. So what cosplay? I know we talked about Teen Titans and stuff before. What cosplay do you use on videos? Do you?
No, I've only ever done the Klingon.
The Klingon one.
I will be cosplaying this Halloween as Starfire.
Starfire. So you're gonna. So we expect to see you and Starfire.
Oh yeah, there will be lots of content.
That's right. Okay.
Awesome. Do you get a lot of requests for that, or is this just something that
I do have a lot of like cosplay requests, and it's just a really big investment, and it's a time investment. It's a money investment. There's just a lot that goes into it, and I don't know like if I have the time. To the energy.
Yeah, even the makeup and stuff.
Oh man, like that makeup I showed you I did last night. That took me 2.5 hours. Just that.
Yeah. Props to the people that get in it all the time, because I see it on camming, and I'm like, Jesus. I see makeup stuff on Instagram all the time where like they have like prosthetics, and like they have they put like face spikes on them, and they have like an entirely like red face or like blue or something, and it's like they do like alien stuff or whatever. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of time. It is.
And a lot of product. And a lot of makeup wipes.
100%. I mean, it definitely takes a big commitment, but it's a huge market. I mean, people do love it. So yeah, it's an investment. But I think you definitely have to love it yourself, because I couldn't even do. I like to dress up, but not that much. No.
I think I
routine can't take too long.
I think I would love to cosplay if I thought that I had enough skill to even do some of the makeup.
Yeah. Well, Miley Cyrus can't be that hard to do.
Yeah, you should be Miley Cyrus. We came up with that.
That was not that difficult.
If I can't have her, I might as well be her.
Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly. You know, I would love to see that, especially on ItsMii. Get a few Miley Cyrus videos up there. I forget the show, but who else was on there with her? But that would be a great scene if it was like with somebody. Cosplaying. I don't remember who was on that show with her.
Emily Osment.
I don't remember who that is either.
It's been a while. She played Lily. She played the one that always wore the colorful bob wigs.
Oh yeah, that's mandatory. You got to get you and a girl that looks like her.
Yeah, get a girl that looks like that.
That's millions of views.
That would be a funny scene, even if nothing was happening and you guys were just like pretending. It would be pretty hilarious to watch. I love seeing reenactments. I know most people find it corny, but I think it's fucking hilarious. That's what would keep me on TikTok. It's like watching stuff like that.
Yeah.
Seeing people like put their imagination to work is fascinating to me. I don't have the balls to do it. I just want to watch it.
I made this TikTok video. I never posted it, but I made it recently. You know those electric kettles? You just push the button, it turns on, and then it turns off when it's done heating up. Yeah. Well, I was making myself a salad, and I really, really, really wanted some boiled eggs, but I really, really, really didn't want to boil eggs. So I just threw some eggs in this kettle.
Oh.
And like let it go through the cycle twice. And then I took them out and I they were boiled.
They were perfectly boiled.
Yeah.
That's the hack.
Yeah.
You got to post it.
I should. But
The
I deleted my TikTok app, so I think all of your drafts get deleted when you do that. So just whatever. But I could always remake it.
Yeah. That's a hack. I get annoyed with boiling eggs too. So that's actually quick and it shuts off. You don't have to worry about anything. So I fell asleep a few times making boiled eggs and then I hear pop, pop, and the water evaporated and then they exploded.
That happened to her when she kicked this guy in the nuts one time.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah,
she follows the rules. She has protocol. So I have another quick question for you. So I know you asked about your next projects, but I want to know, like, what are your, like, goals, like, for, like, being in this industry? Like, where do you see yourself in, like, 5 years? Or
I wanna be a producer in game, actually. So I wanna be able to provide a safe space with, like, a cool set and, like, cool ideas for up and coming models.
As an Aries, you'll be a great director too. You might be able to wear a couple hats.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely. I have a friend who cast me for like a movie. It's pretty much like a movie. Yeah, it's a porn movie, but
yeah.
There's more plot than sex, I would say.
I love a good plot.
I think he said after it's fully edited, it's gonna end up being like 45 minutes to an hour long.
Oh wow.
Yeah, its filming was 2 days.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a post-apocalyptic desert wasteland movie.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we were out in the middle of the Vegas desert for 2 days.
Crazy.
It was 115 degrees.
But was it worth it?
Oh, it was so worth it. It was so much fun. I had so much fun.
So you want to be on that end, the producing and directing.
I do, yeah. And he was very, like, from the beginning, he was like, if you have any ideas, spit them at me. So I was like, oh, an invitation? So I definitely, like, spat out a bunch of ideas. And, like, by the end of it, he was like, you did a great job. Also, thank you for all the tips. I think you'll make a great director someday. Because I had mentioned to him that I want to be a director as well, or a producer. One and the same in this industry oftentimes. And
we need more of that in this industry. We don't have, there's wrong with their men being on there, but everything is from a man's gaze sometimes. Mm-hmm. And it's great
Girls
to have
watch porn too.
Yes, exactly. And it would be in a lot of the stuff
I hate opening up a video and then, like, there's, like, very little plot at the beginning, but it's also really bad acting, so I skip ahead like 15. I skip ahead like 15 seconds, 30 seconds, and then suddenly, like, they're all naked and, like, in doing whatever the fuck they're doing, and all it was 30 seconds, and, like...
Yeah. I mean, I think that's why movies, like... I mean, it wasn't everybody's favorite, but people act like women don't watch porn, but then you see something like 50 Shades of Grey, and it explodes. Because a lot of porn is not from a woman's gaze, so they're not always drawn to what's out there. So I think having more women on that end, and even you saying giving women opportunities, I don't know if that means like managing too, but I've been in this industry for quite a bit of time, and there are, like, so many, like, some of the managers and stuff, I'm like, this is who's managing I'm like,
honestly, like, I am so glad that I don't have an agent anymore. I'm not with an agency, like, thank God, because I was definitely being taken advantage of, full on. Like, he was taking 15% from everything that I made, but also charging directors a booking fee. Yeah, which is really, really sleazy.
Yeah.
Like, you're already making your money.
Yeah.
Plus he was a model as well, so he had no shortage of money, so, like, there was no reason other than just to be sleazy.
Yeah. And there's a lot of that.
Let's kick him in the nuts, that guy.
Yeah, and, like, all he did was, like, click some buttons on some websites that I use on my own now. And I'm at the point where I even, like, hired an assistant.
Yeah.
Well, if you're organized, like you said, you're organized, you're a go-getter, you're type A personality, you know, there's no reason to have a scumbag trying to leech off you.
Like, and like he's out there like filtering what jobs he wants to present to his models. And like he was sending me shit that like I explicitly said like I want something different. And he made me believe that like that was all that was coming in or whatever. And now that like I know like these trade secrets about like these certain websites or whatever that I used to book work for myself now, I'm like, well, that was bullshit.
It was bullshit.
Bullshit. Yeah. He just gave me what he wanted me to do.
Yeah. And some of the girls that I meet, they like that. I'm around it, and they want to be a part of that like little group under that person, and they're like, he tells me I am to. So some of them are into that, and it's weird because they're also like these savvy businesswomen in other ways, and then they get around. And one of the guys I'm talking about, he's just gross. But they get around him, and they're like, he said I need to. And I'm just like, girl, you got this. You don't even need this person. You're a household name. You can fucking make your own moves. And like you said, have an assistant. And she can handle all that for you. So, I mean, it's good that you're doing that early and you caught on to that. Because some of the women that I encounter, I'm just like...
he definitely wanted me to sign a 2-year contract, and I said no, 6 months. Oh,
that's smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good to give some pushback.
Yeah. I was like, absolutely not. No. We'll talk about possibly re-signing after those 6 months, but this is your trial run, buddy.
That's good advice for any models that are no matter what sector you're in, because I know a lot of cam models that. When I've consulted for certain cam companies, I felt really bad for a girl that was under a studio, and then they were taking a lot of money from her, and I think she had a long agreement. Maybe it was like a 5-year or something like that, and she was like 3 years and doing well, and like they literally like they hit us up, and they had a big contract, and they were like, do not let her on the site under a new name. She has to finish this out. And we had to call her and say, hey, look, she was like, you don't understand how this. And I was like, I get it. But we have documents with them. And so does and so does she. We can't go around that relationship. But it just kind of sucked. And I was like, all I can say is you gotta take this as a learning experience, and you gotta, moving forward, you won't let that, and you can give advice, don't do this, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people do take advantage, and they did, and it was unfortunate, but unless you can hire a lawyer and get it thrown out, what are you really gonna do? That's good advice to give to new models, and because people just be signing their lives away. They'd be like, okay. They're like, sure, because, they're excited, we're so trusting,
Some people don't even read the contract. I'm out here reading every word 3 times over, sending it to my lawyer, having my lawyer send it back to me with, highlighted parts, and I'm like,
Yeah. That's good, because a lot of people, they don't, I've worked for a lot of companies, and I've sent contracts. Some people give it back to me, too. I'm like, did you even... I'm like, I was like, no, you can take some time. They're like, no.
I think I took 2 days to return the contract back to you guys.
Yeah, and that's how you should go. I'm always like, if you have, problems or concerns, let's have a conversation. About, what it says. But I always I think too, me having Aries moon, I like when people give me a little pushback. I'm like, look at you. Look at that fire. I appreciate it. Because I have that in me, and I question everything.
I question everything.
And we need to have that moving forward. I think for a lot of women especially, it's considered not ladylike to question and to do that, or you're not pleasant. Because as a man, you can in our society, you can get away with that more. But you know what? Keep taking up space in the room and being unpleasant then, okay? Ask the questions. If it pisses off people, oh, wow. Models are now, you guys have so much more control, so,
Well, it's always a red flag for me if somebody gets upset about me asking a question.
Yeah.
About me trying to, get an answer or get more information about something. It's a huge red flag for me, when I'm booking work, if a producer doesn't want to provide me with contact information for at least one reference. They're like, I don't want to give you their names, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, we're not going to work together. That's sketchy.
Yeah. No, 100%. That's really sketchy.
If you can't prove that you've safely worked with someone before, you're not going to work with me.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, that's good. You have, you got some standards. You don't play around.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with my upbringing.
Yeah.
Like, I credit a lot of my current life knowledge to, I would say, my dad and my grandma.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, they're the two who raised me. So my grandma's my dad's mom.
Oh, okay.
And they instilled the martial arts. And that happens to fighters, too. Think about it. A lot of these fighters, they sign, 5 fight contracts. Yeah. They get big, and the UFC won't give them another fight, or they don't want to give them the fight that they want. And they can't go out and fight at a one or a the bare knuckle one or any of those. They can't go get these big huge paydays.
Yeah, I have and I'm gonna call this agency out by name, ATMLA. They have a self-booking clause. You're not allowed to book your own work if you're signed with them.
Oh.
They own you.
Get them.
Wow.
It's disgusting.
Kick them in the nuts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit this.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna hit this, but I'm gonna think about
hitting them.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow, that's insane. I didn't realize. I'm aware of who that company is too. Didn't know you couldn't book anything of your own.
That's brutal.
One of my really, really close friends is signed with them, and she says she likes her agency. They help her with stuff. Well, at least like her agency, like they'll give her like food per diems, they'll help with Ubers, they'll help cover travel costs, they'll help with anything. They'll give her like her agent will give her like a loan until she can get to work again or whatever.
Nice.
Like she was just out of work for a week because she was sick, and I think he helped her a little bit. So like they're good to her, but like. I think it's sleazy that they have that clause in general.
They don't want you to fish.
Yeah.
The teach a man a fish theory. Yeah. They don't want you to fish on your own.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Yeah.
That's crazy. So let me ask you this. So where can these people find you? There's lots of people watching you right now. Where can they find you? I
am most active on Instagram. And my username is elodielee.xo. ELODIELEE.
Double E.
We're gonna have to put that up on the video.
We got you. Don't worry.
Yes.
And you use OnlyFans, or you using just ItsMii now?
I have not posted on OnlyFans in a while, but I stopped I post a couple photos here and there. However, I stopped posting videos a while ago, and now pretty much just using ItsMii or doing like private sales.
Okay. Yeah.
I just set up a mini vids too, but it looks like it's very involved, and I don't know if I want to do that.
You're not ready for that commitment.
No, I'm not.
Some of these platforms are a lot of work, and I think that's one thing that we're trying to focus on, and we just want as much feedback as possible, especially from the ambassadors, as to like what needs to be done to make it anything just as simple as possible.
Yeah.
Because I think even a lot of the girls that I know that are that I work with that are on competitors, a lot of them don't even, like when I worked for a company that they had it integrated on Snapchat, and it was so complicated that the models had to hire somebody to do it. Was so complicated. You could make a lot of money on there, but nobody had time, especially if you had a huge following. Like, oh my God, like you had to approve each. It was just too much. If you had like 500,000 subscribers, how are you going to manage that type of stuff? So it's just, having everything be as like intuitive as possible is definitely our goal. So yeah, we always want feedback on that, because we want to be the smoothest out there.
And ItsMii wants you to be polyamorous amongst your Instagrams and the other apps you love.
I still do use Snapchat. I have a whole Microsoft Excel sheet of like names of like who's paid for lifetime access, who's paid this month, when does it end, and whenever someone like my assistant like will speak as me for like for some of my messages on Instagram and like to producers and stuff, and like he knows me well enough, like we've been friends for a couple years, so he knows me well enough to be able to do that. And still seem like it's me that they're speaking to. Yeah. Because I've noticed, like, when I first hired him, like, a lot of producers were kind of weird about speaking to an assistant and not me directly, since I'm not, especially since I'm not with an agency, like, I'm independent. They expect to speak to me independently. Yeah. So then I just started having him, like,
be you.
Be me, essentially, yeah. So, you know, he'll do that for me on Instagram. He doesn't on Snapchat, though. I do all of that myself. But, I should hand over the Excel sheet to him. It's just like it's like a baby to me, though. Oh yeah, I can like I imagine. Have put like there are probably like a couple things on the on the sheet that don't really make sense if you're just like looking at it, but they make sense to me because they're just like little notes or something that I've added, and like I'll put notes about like big spender or like buys this much every month or whatever. Yeah.
Those are your VIP clients.
Yeah.
Snapchat can be, I mean, it's a money maker, but it's a lot.
I miss Snap Cash.
Which was
so you used to be able to pay people through Snapchat, kind of like Facebook Pay or Apple Pay.
I did not know that.
Yeah, but they quickly got rid of that because they realized that people were using it to sell nudes.
Oh.
Yeah.
You didn't stop anybody, so that was that was dumb. No. Snapchat, I mean, they're not even the top, no offense to Snapchat, but it's not one of the top like social media platforms, so you would think they would just play nice with the adult industry.
It's becoming more elaborate, and there's even like ways to like discover new people, and there's like reels like
wow, I haven't been on there.
Yeah, and like you can go onto the here I'll show you real quick. You can go onto like the maps part, and like you can click on like one of these little highlighted things, and it'll just show you.
It's just showing you Glendale.
Yeah. So if you click on the Glendale area, you know, it'll show you.
It's pretty specific.
Snaps from that area that people posted publicly. There's this thing called the Spotlight now, and I have like a public profile now, so people can follow my Snapchat and see me like post my daily stuff. Yeah. Even just like this is my breakfast like type stuff. Yeah.
And then you can send them to the other one, the private one. Yeah, that's what a lot of the girls do, which is a smart.
So I don't accept every friend request. If somebody adds me through Quick Add, I'm like delete. If they added me through my phone number, who are you? Delete. Block, delete. But if they added me by search, by username, or by Snap code, then I accept them because they got my Snapchat through somewhere else. I have posted it.
Okay, so you know it's quality traffic and not somebody trying to shut you down and report you. Because they be doing that was the problem with that is a lot of the girls I knew, it became such a hassle, and for some of the guys, they just constantly like had to like get a new phone, they were just constantly getting shut down, and it's like Instagram, how it can be super. It became too much, and it's just weird to me that they're so anti like adult friendly. Like I was pretty shocked. I expect that from Instagram and Facebook, but. Yeah, Snapchat. I'm pretty shocked that they went that route.
Yeah, they deleted one of my last Snapchat account, actually.
Oh, really?
This was over a year ago. Well, yeah, a little over a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago. Yeah, I had that Snapchat for like 4 years, and there were photos that I had in my memories that I will never be able to get back.
We're disappointed in you, Snapchat.
We're gonna kick you in the balls, Snapchat.
I want my pictures of my dog.
Snapchat, give it back, and they gotta be nicer to the adult industry.
Yeah.
This is a this is $1 billion industry. Come get a piece of this pie, get up so you can compete with Instagram and stuff.
But only if the dominatrix lets you. You can only get a piece of the pie if you're allowed and you've given permission.
All right, well, I think we're going to wrap it up there. It was great having you. We're super excited to have you as an ambassador. I know we haven't been doing much yet, but there's going to be a lot to come, especially in 2022, the year of the builder. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. We've just been so many updates and stuff happening on the platform. But yeah, we're excited to have you. We're going to hope to have you back soon and be doing a lot more with you. So make sure you guys check her out on ItsMii platform. We're going to have her name on the bottom of the video.
That's right. And she might do something with corn. Who knows?
Send in your request, your applications
Elōdie.
to be a sub.
I will butter myself up and eat corn on the cob for you.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
Now I'm hungry. Now I want corn on the cob. Oh my God.
That would be hot. All right, it's ItsMii Unlocked, and we'll see you next time.